Alright, so this is the integral wall stack bunker 2x2 Chad. 2x2 Chad bunker base. And it's incredibly nice and incredibly easy. It can be built after the base has been built, so you can start with a single square, 2x1, or 3 squares in an L shape. We have a mini arm on top. This is an incredible 2-wall mini solo 2x2 bunker base or duo. We have our twig roof opening wall HQM wall bunker base, and you can't break the one foundation, as the other two sheet metal foundations still hold up the wall unless you raid up multiple walls as well. Got some shotgun traps to break the twig. Oil refinery optional. If you don't have an oil refinery, you can move tier 3 onto the terrain because it's terrain placeable, and then put more boxes all around here. Use your shelves for your crazy loot rooms and TC rooms, just like this. And again, we can do this after it's been built with normal build out. This is a normal wall stack with 8 squares out and 4 hexagons back. There is only just a little bit of magic done to connect everything back to the TC in this nice little compact pattern. Before we go over that magic, we're going to go over to the other footprint. We have a nice little mini star hexagon bunker base right here for the integrally wall stack bunker base. And we have our little mini bedroom up here with a spiral that we can put, not really a ladder hatch because you can't jump up with ladder hatch. You need everything free here. You can't even have a frame. And then you only have a single triangle here. We have a vending machine, so if they break that and get TC, they still have to break through the garage door if you had a bag there or a single box or something. It's very small, I don't know. I have to place something to get that wall to come back on the server because it's lagging. But yeah, you could do it in a tiny single spiral star base like this. Or we could do it in a 2x1. The 2x2 really is the best just because we get a whole base inside of it, whereas these, we kind of just have half bases inside of it. The 2x2 is really like an actual Chad shed, and it's fantastic. Here we have a 1x1, how you do a 2x1 just like this. And then you can outfit everything here, put an oil refinery, do the same thing. All of this is on the same TC. This is on one TC. And then we can have our same mini farm up here. The magic in connecting the bases to the TC is the roof pieces right here. These roof pieces, specifically the triangle coming off of the wall stack. See if we put it on the floor and the wall stack there. Off of the wall stack here, and then this one on our original build right here will connect these two pieces when they become conditional. So they automatically conditional over, and it does only work with certain roof configurations. Keep in mind this is the same exact thing as connecting the way Crowhead showed me. Told me with like the triangle roof in the frame or in the wall, but we don't have to do any of that. It also connects just with 2 roof pieces, so we can incorporate it integrally in these tiny little mini small solo bases just like this. Again, the 2x2 is really, we're just going to show you the 2x2 first, and then we'll go over how you do these with like the magic button press to wall stack. But we'll show you how to do this one like you would do on a normal server, and then these are kind of gimmicky, but we'll also show you how to do these. And it's going to be super nice and super easy to build for the 2x2 or any of the other ones. But again, you just add it after it's been built with the normal wall stack build out. But you're just going to need to pay attention to the orientation of your 2x2. Because keep in mind, if I start my 2x2 like this, put my TC here, and then I do my wall stack bunker in this direction over here. So I would have the missing foundation here, and this one was my wall stack bunker. They would just rock it and get my TC right here with the same space, the same side face wall, double wall side of the base. So you just want to make sure when you build out, you wrap your TC around and your 2x2 footprint accordingly, like this. Just whatever L-shaped 2x2 you do, you can go left. Or not, you can't go left, but you could just go left over here. It doesn't matter. But when you build out, make sure you go against a full wall like this, and not against a flush side of your base. So we're just going to go ahead and build out with a single square. After you have whatever this is built, build this, survive, and then we're just going to build out in this direction, but we want to start it like this. Okay. We want to start everything right here, and then we're going to build out 8 squares. Very simple. Demolish everything. Regular live server, you would have your TC. Demolish everything. Come back with 4 hexagons, very standard, but in the game. And then we want a single square, and because we built out, we need to follow our pattern that we built out. And we're just gonna build over here, and then the golden ticket is 5 triangles, so we want 1 more over here for honeycomb, and then we want 1 over here. So that's how we're gonna, that's all we need for our base is those 5 triangles once we build back with our wall stack right here. And now we need to wrap this around from our 2x2 to create our normal gap right here. And this is where you can do 2 hard side walls like this to create a conditional corner. And then that way you go like this and upgrade these to metal like this, and then this one to metal. You upgrade these 2 inside ones to metal. It's sheet metal, and then this one can be HQM and HQM, and then you'll have this big bulgy thing to cover it. And we can do HQM here, cover everything here like this. Again, we just need to get 5 triangles. We'll be able to attach this very soon here, and then we'll cover this up. Again, you don't need to do this all in HQM at all. You can do this all stone right at the beginning. You don't need to do any of that. And then we're just going to honeycomb this and this side, ensuring we don't put any socket that connects to our one side that we want to open. So neither of these can be placed. So we want a half wall and a floor over here on our outside wall stack side, so we get a nice little gap right there. Allow us to get slightly more in terms of boxes. And then we'll just go ahead and upgrade that to stone or something. And then we will go ahead and honeycomb this one, and then this one you can do the same exact thing for hard side. Double hard side that one. Like that. That is a possibility if you're wishing to do that. And then you can do an airlock right here. And then cover this one. Leave this open, and then when you go ahead and lay this wall down, place your floor over it. You'll upgrade and then demolish the twig. Again, it's not letting me demolish because I don't have a TC. But we just need to connect it with these roof pieces. We're just going to connect it with the square, and we can't do the triangle ones over here. So we'll just go ahead and finish out the large. This is taking too long, but it's not that bad. And then once you go ahead and do your honeycomb, I like to do double metal on the side because it's going to be metal anyway, and then double stone on the center, and then metal on the top because it's only 15 frags, and then it's an 8 rocket side, and you get to save a little bit of metal for really, really easy. Then you want to keep this one double sheet because this one's supposed to be HQM. That, and then we'll go ahead and upgrade the entire core to HQM except for the frames. That, and then we want sheet metal to here. And you can actually put one more side over here. Actually, you can't. It's only the squares, sorry. Everything else won't connect, and it'll leave a gap. It won't conditional over like this. It doesn't create a large furnace thing. So we can't use these 2 sides. We can use the front and the back like this. And then we have a bunker right here. And now this is all on the same TC. You'll see I'll have stone because nothing on the core is stone. But I have stone in my base on my upkeep. And then just like to prove it, I guess, doesn't matter how far you build out. Off the wall stack side. Won't let me place it 20 foundations out, 10 foundations out because it's connected. And as soon as I break that roof, this conditional, the triangle and the square, now I can place my TC. Nothing's connected. It's decaying. And then these 2 roof pieces right here. not decaying, all connected, and you get a bunker out of it. Don't need an external, don't need anything. Super nice and super easy. Again, just pay attention to that orientation of the 2x2. So don't just blow through here and then have your TC right here. You want them to be able to have to go deep into this 2x1. And again, very nice and very easy. We'll show you how to do it on a 2x1, which you do have to start with just a 1x1. So you have to start it with the twig square, which is kind of annoying. So you'll start your 1x1 like this, or your 2x1 version, and you'll come out with a twig square and forward like this, and then 8 squares. Demolish all the twig, 4 hexagons back, and then repeat the honeycomb 2x1 pattern to do a single square and then a double triangle like this. You do need to do it like this. It's kind of weird the way the angles happen with the little gap. So we're just going to go ahead and upgrade this and this. And again, the magic is 5 triangles. We're going to have one over here for honeycomb, and then push one over here for our gap. And then we're going to have that same process right here, like that. And then our roof on this side will hold that wall up. And then when we come around on 2 honeycomb sides over here, like the normal 2x1, just like that. We'll put this square here and this square here. And the floor over it so it lays down, and that's not supposed to be there. And then put our floor here so we could jump up. And then when we place this square, now everything is attached. And now when I go out here with wood, wood will be on our PC in here, which has no other wood connected to it right now. We have wood. And if I break these roof pieces, no wood, decaying, very bad, not easy, not nice. And then that's it. So that's all we have to do for the 2x1 version. We can go ahead and just honeycomb and do that very easily. We can just double honeycomb over here. Again, just make sure you don't place these 2 sockets connecting to your wall, and you make sure you place that triangle floor after you slant the wall down off of your core. And put this one here, put this floor, doesn't matter which one it comes off of. You could do all 3 of off the core too if you want. And then you can just do an airlock right here, honeycomb everything here. And the problem with the 2x1 is do a double stone here because it's going to be 80 rockets anyway, or it doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. And the problem with this one is to solve the gap for do like hard side. You need like HQM and then HQM, and then you're good. You need HQM this, and then you can just do that whole side, which is kind of really annoying. And then it's still only 15. Only 15 if they blow the single foundation, and then you have to go like this basically. So it's better to do double sheet over here, like that, which is really odd. And then you could do square roof here and make sure this triangle roof is coming off of this, not the core, but the wall stack right there. Triangle roof conditional here just to cover everything up nicely. And do them all around here, and then you could upgrade that outside one to sheet. And then just like that, you would have a 2x1 bunker base. Open with twig, and then you would want one floor there. And then you can have nice little bedroom stuff up here, planters, oil refinery, or if you don't want oil refinery, I do a ramp towards the exit. Like that. And then now, usually if you got deep foundations or high, shallow stuff, you can put a tier 3 right here. But you can't right here, so I could put one right here, just like a locker on a slant. And then you could outfit this however you want. And you have a nice, look how small that 23 rocket. Except for the end right there. That's why the 2x2 is the best. Anyway, we'll just go ahead and do it on a hexagon as well. And the hexagon's a bit tricky. You have to start it like this, and you have to start with just 2 single triangles. You want to start this like a vending machine base. You see it in the triangle like this. put a door on it, call it a day, single triangle. That's how I start this pretty much. And then come off with one second one with the wall towards it like a hexagon. And 3. And then now do your 8 triangles. So like form a hexagon. 8, break all the twig. Come back with 4 hexagons. And then we want our magic 5 triangles again. Just like that, those 5 triangles. This is going to be our bunker wall and our entrance. And we do the same thing. Just like this. And then we want to wrap this one around from the core. And then we can have our honeycomb over here. But you do have a large gap on this one if you don't do anything like this, or like this, which is really annoying. But we'll just go ahead and do like hard side conditional armored. And you have to do the foundation. It is a little annoying, but go ahead and get this added. And then it's the same thing. So once you have this right here, you just want to lay down the bunker roof. After you have your build out, add all of your honeycomb. Upgrade that honeycomb. Doesn't matter where you put that second triangle. Leave a space up here. And then when you connect these triangle roofs, these two will connect, just like that. And then you can do a tiny little, I don't have a double door? Oh, I have a double door. You can do a tiny little window airlock base like this. It's also a bunker base with a vending machine, so it's 1 rocket, 2 rocket, 15. I mean, this foundation needs to be upgraded, but just 15. And then there would be a vending machine here on that side, and then a garage door here, and a vending machine. So if you had a tiny box of your bag back there, like it's not that bad. Very nice. And it's very easy, and I did also find a way to do this with regular wide gaps where you go just 3 squares out like this, and you come back like this for your wide gaps. I did find a way to attach this back to the core with roofs as well. Save that for another video. Super nice and super easy.